In this movie, he uses pizza to lure a bunch of 12-year-old girls into a gym. And he's like, "Hey,
Wait,
girls,
whoa.
yeah."
Look that up. Doesn't sound right.
There's nothing about this that's right.
What's going on, everyone? 2025 is the 20th anniversary of Joe Loves Crappy Movies, and we're taking a look back at the movies of Joe Loves Crappy Movies. So, Joe, what are we talking about this week?
Hey, Phil. Hey, everyone. This week we're talking about the 20th anniversary of Rebound, the Martin Lawrence underdog basketball comedy, where he plays a slick coach that is demoted from his college job and has to become the coach of this ragtag group of middle schoolers. Um, and it is exactly what you think it is. It's very formulaic, very Disney, very PG, but it's also Martin Lawrence, so it's goofy and silly. This was in his Big Mama's House era. So like, I mean, Martin Lawrence he had a career where he would do these huge action movies like Bad Boys, but then he'd come out with like these wild comedies like Big Mama's House and Black Knight, which is crazy. I love that movie. Um, and when this came out 20 years ago, I was pretty excited for it. Like I love Martin Lawrence. I think he's hilarious. And uh, me and our buddy Irv, we would go see any Martin Lawrence movie that came out, even if one that was targeted at 12-year-olds like this. So we were on board, and it's not amazing, it's not revolutionary, but it is a good time. And watching it now, I just watched it the other day for the first time in a while. It's funny. Like Martin Lawrence is he's goofy and he's not afraid to look stupid, which I think is a hugely valuable thing. And I mean stupid in a way where he's not unwilling to play the fool. That's a big deal in comedy, and he owns it. Like that's why opposite Will Smith in the Bad Boys franchise, I think he does so well because like Will Smith is sort of focused on being this action hero, but Martin Lawrence is like, hey, let's have a good time too.
Mhm.
But in this movie, he acts doofy, and the kids around him really feed off that energy and give it right back. There's a bunch of kids. I mean, they just they must have done a roundup of kids that just were like, "Give us your doofiest looking face," and they're just like, "Duh." I mean, these kids are great. Uh, really funny, great timing. Um, Good group of kids. Um, the movie itself is a little formulaic. Like it's a lot like the underdog movies that we all know and love. It's very Bad News Bears. It's very Mighty Ducks. Um, but I feel like it sort of rests on that. Like those movies did a
Yeah.
lot of work in terms of like building that archetype, that character of a fancy schmancy professional down on his luck and a group of ragtag kids that, like they all had personalities. They all had true stories. In this movie, it's a little less so. There's definitely a couple of kids that like are specifically like, this kid's afraid to talk to girls, or this other kid's a girl and she's a bully and she bullies all the boys. Um, so a bunch of them have unique problems, but it's not really on the same level. It's very superficial. And unfortunately, Martin Lawrence's character is really good at solving the problems. Like
Oh.
he doesn't have an arc as opposed to something like in the other movies I mentioned, like Buttermaker and Bad News Bears needs to learn. He has to go on a journey with these kids. I feel like Martin Lawrence comes in real rough. He gets a quick lesson, and then he's like, "All right, here's the perfect thing you need to hear." And like he just does that over and over and over and over again, and that's not cool. Like he
Yeah.
needs to be he needs to go on a journey too of like self-discovery, and I don't think he goes on that journey. But that said, while that is all thin, it is good time goofy laughs throughout. Really say I watched it with my kids. They're 11 and 14, 15, and we laughed the whole time because it's just silly. Um, so I give a lot of love to this movie. There are a few things I want to bring up. Martin Lawrence has a disrespect of pizza in this movie.
Oh,
Yeah, and
whoa, whoa, whoa,
listen,
whoa!
I
I'm off
listen.
board. I know.
Yeah, yeah, I'm out. No, I mean, and the history of him disrespecting pizza does not just start in this movie. If you go back to Blue Streak, he plays a pizza delivery guy, uh, and he uses pizza. It's not just that he's disrespecting it; he's using pizza to get into a place so he can have his way. In this movie, he uses pizza to lure a bunch of 12-year-old girls into a gym. And he's like,
This is
"Hey, girls,
true.
yeah."
Just look that up. This is not right.
There's nothing about this that's right. He comes up, okay, so he in his job, he has to find creative ways to motivate the kids, and he notices that they play better when there's uh, girls around. Because they're on their best, doing their best. So he decides that he should buy a couple pizzas, go up to a pack of 5 or 6 girls sitting on the steps after school and say, "Hey, y'all like pizza? Follow me." He totally Pied Pipers them. He pizza Pied Pipers them into the gym. And he says, like, "Here, have as much pizza as you want." And they're like, "Is this going to be here every day?" And he's like, "As long as you are." Woo-hoo. He's real creepy about it. but they come, and they come every day, and eventually they start cheering, and that's a nice little like background thing that's happening on that he gets everybody motivated and everything. But the 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 abuse of pizza, just to use it like that, just makes me sad in my soul. I don't
Yeah,
like it. There's also a thing where, I mean, Martin Lawrence is one of those comedians where I don't know if it's his choice to stretch beyond just playing one character and playing another character, or if it's the producer saying like, "Hey, this is something you're known for. Give us another character that we can put into the movie." There's a one scene where he has a preacher that comes in, all dressed in purple, big pimp hat, and he this preacher comes and gives advice to the kids, but it's one scene. It's out of nowhere. There's not there's I mean, there is a callback to it at the end, actually, now that I think about it. But it's very strange. It feels very forced, like this is something Martin Lawrence does, put it in the movie. Um, so I didn't respond well to that. That
yeah,
it felt very out of place. You know what I mean?
yeah. Do you think it was Martin Lawrence was like, "I've got this character I want to try out. Can we put this in the movie?" And they're like,
I
"No,"
mean,
and they're like, "I'm not doing the movie then." They're like, "Yes, then."
yeah, yes. You could put him and his brother in it. I mean, that could be it. I mean, or it could have been like, "Hey, we need something funny in this scene." He's like, "Well, get me a purple hat, and I'll just do something." Um, it could be. I mean, Martin's so good at the characters, though. Like, there's of course all his movies where he plays a bunch of different characters, and I mean, in Big Mama's House and in Blue Streak, he dresses up as different people. But
Yeah.
uh, but in the old Martin show, he would play at least another character every episode, if not two or three. And there were a bunch, and they were all different. And he's funny. It's just funny stuff. So I'm there for that.
So, do you own this movie on DVD or Blu-ray?
I sure don't. Uh,
Yeah.
part of it could be that it was really aimed at a different audience, a younger audience. Another
Yeah.
part was could be is that this was really disrespected at the time. Like people were just like, "This is dumb and brain dead, and anyone who likes it is an idiot." And I was like, "Hey," I laughed a couple times. I don't worry about that so much now, like what people think so much, but like at the time, I mean, we were young. We could, we were.
Yeah.
I could have been like, "Oh, I don't want to look uncool and have this in
Yeah.
my DVD
I
collection."
don't wanna have to bring this up to the counter at Best Buy and have
Yeah,
the person judge me as I hand over $5.
yeah, yeah. Who dropped that in my bag? Oh, that's weird. You're like,
Oh,
"Sir,
no. I might as well just
that's
buy
the
it now.
only thing." Yeah, I might as well. I'm up here. Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask about Martin Lawrence's character. Um, so I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but, like, what is his background in the movie? Like, is he
Okay.
a basketball player or like
He
is
is a
it like
basketball player. Yeah, he's a basketball player that went to that middle school, which is great because it ties like a whole connection. Uh, but he grew up to become a player in the majors, and then when the movie starts, though, we see him as a coach, and his whole thing is that he's a hothead. Like he yells at the refs, um, and he yells at the audience, and he yells at the mascot. The openings. The reason he got kicked out of his job is because he was yelling at the mascot. The mascot was a bird, like a man in a bird outfit, holding a real bird. Like I don't know. He was like, I wish I tried to find a picture of this online, but surprise, there's not a lot of Rebound pictures online. Um, it's a bird mascot. I think it's a falcon, and he's holding a falcon, and he's talking to the falcon, and Martin Lawrence is yelling at them. Anyway, then Martin Lawrence yells at the refs. The refs throw him out of the game. He's screaming and cursing. Not cursing, actually. It's a PG movie. But he's getting carried out, and he's thrashing, and he kicks a ball, and the ball kills the bird. I won't tell you which one. I won't say which one, but it kills one of the birds, and that's how his whole thing starts.
okay.
Um, so yeah, so his journey is meant to be humbling. I mean, in that respect, it is. But like, he goes real quick from I'm a hothead that needs to be humbled to I'm fine. Let me fix all these kids. It should be a true arc, and it's not.
Yeah. That's a shame. Um so I don't know if you can discern this, but I have not watched Rebound. Uh
I pieced that together. I mean, if you asked me to wager $1,000, I would have gotten it. I would have won that money.
I honestly didn't know this movie existed until like I hit record on this.
Jeez. Yeah, it won't be the last one of those in this series, unfortunately. But this is not this isn't an example of the worst of the worst, though. This is fine. This is a good movie.
Yeah.
I will. I want to say just real quick, I love this type of movie too. Like in terms of recommendations, like the ones I mentioned, Bad News Bears and Mighty Ducks. Those are all great, and I love to go back and see like who of those kid casts who do we now love later?
Yeah.
So you get like Jackie Earl Haley was in that original Bad News Bears and blew up after Watchmen. But I mean, more to the point, that you get like Joshua Jackson and Kenan Thompson from the Mighty Ducks, which is great. So when I was watching this movie, I was like, oh, who in this cast of kids, like 20 years
Yeah.
later, is a legit, force? I mean, none of the team. As much praise as I have for their doofy looks, it didn't translate to box office success then or now. But it's so weird. This was 2005, maybe shot in 2003 or 4. But there are two announcer characters, like these two kids, and one of them is Alia Shawkat from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Um, and she's supposed to be the same age as this other girl. And I swear, the one girl looks 9. She looks like she does in Arrested Development. Like at least 13 or 14, you know, and it's just like, wait, what are you doing? Like, they are not the same age, but I don't know. Kids grow at different speeds, but it was cool to see Alia Shawkat and have at least one kid represent, that, that, that trope of, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it's a shame that like none of the actual players like continue. Do you think it's that like they had the one face and they're and like the casting agents are like, we don't need that face anymore.
Yeah. They have the casting sheet with like the 4 different faces and it's all the same face. It's just one doofy face after another. Um, I, I wonder if any of these kids really took off and doing anything else. I'm looking here because maybe they just did, and I didn't know, but it looks like no.
Yeah. Okay. Um so in terms of recommendations, Bad News Bears and Mighty Ducks, is that what you're
Those are for sure the best of that bunch. Oh, it's worth mentioning Hardball as well, the Keanu Reeves movie,
oh.
which is very Mighty Ducks, and features a young Michael B. Jordan. That's like that's the I mean, that's the of that trope, that's the standard. That's the gold standard. Um, and those all fit nicely into this. But while I was watching it, I was reminded a lot of School of Rock, which is another like person that's hits rock bottom, has to um, pull himself up, and he uses children to do it, but they all help each other at the same time. And that movie's a great representation of what you can do with the kids. All those kids have different personalities. All of them have different journeys and arcs. School of Rock is doing what this movie's trying to do, and it's doing it perfectly. Have you ever seen School of Rock?
I have not seen School of Rock. I've seen I've seen probably bits and pieces of School of Rock because like, just on TV, but I've never
Sure.
watched it all the way through.
It is very fun, very sweet, and the songs are catchy. The songs in Rebound,
There are songs in Rebound?
there's no songs in Rebound.
Okay.
Actually, one kid is nicknamed Sledgehammer, and because he's tall, and he's supposed to be like this force. Um, and they play Sledgehammer when he walks out in slow motion, and it's pretty cool.
Mm, okay, nice. So any other closing thoughts on Rebound?
I mean, it's like the same thing I say every week. It's pretty good. It's fun. Uh, I mean, if you have kids, it's goofy, good times. But and if you love Martin Lawrence, this is definitely not horrible. It's not like it's one of his movies. It's fun, it's silly. But it is what it is, and it was what it was, and we're on to the next.
Alright, everyone. Have you seen Rebound, 2005? Let us know in the comments below, and what is your favorite movie of this is it a genre?
It's
We're calling it a
underdog
genre?
sports comedy featuring children and washed up superstars. Is that what it is?
That genre, yes. Let us know what
Yeah.
your favorite version of that is in the comments below. Um, and if you like this, feel free to give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you all in the next one.